Hello sports lovers, welcome to Med Sports TV. In today's episode, I'm bringing you the boxing round battle. I'll be previewing two fights, that is Alexander Usyk versus Derek Chisora. Then I'll preview Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. But other fights happening this weekend is Manguaya versus Johnson and Indra versus Jay Melonin. These are all good fights. You can catch the Manguaya fight on the Zone, the Indoor fight on ESPN Plus, the Chisora fight on the Zone and Sky Box Office. The Tank Davis fight would also be available on Showtime and in Africa on DSTV. So you can catch that fight too. Thank you. Before I get into the preview of the fight, kindly subscribe to the channel so you can join the camp. And also press the like button and also the bell icon so you'll be notified anytime we put any content. Thank you. Now let me get into it. The Usyk versus Derek Chisora fight. Let me give you the tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk is 33 years and Derek is 36. Alexander is 6 feet 3 inches tall, whilst Derek is 6 feet 2 inches tall. Alexander has a reach advantage of 78 inches and Derek has a reach of 74 inches. That is from the armpit to the fist. That is how the reach is measured. Del Boy or War Chisora is from Britain and Alexander Usyk is from Ukraine. Derek Chisora has 41 fights and Alexander Usyk has 17 fights, but this fight would be his real test at the heavyweight division. Now let me not bore you with the stats, they will be on your screen. Let me get into my analysis. This fight I favor Alexander Usyk and I will tell you why. I think he's going to win by KO in the later rounds. Yes, I remember I got my last prediction wrong, but I just got one correct with the Khabib and Justin Gaethje fight. So hey, I'm not so bad at predicting. But let me get into the details. Alexander Usyk has quality boxing skills, finesse, tactics, and name it. You can call him the boxing Lionel Messi. He does everything tactically well. He punches right and even gives the likes of Klitschko troubles in sparring. And a lot of people who have fought him during his amateur days have acknowledged his talent. He has over 350 amateur and semi-professional fight. He has beaten the likes of Joe Joyce and Michael Hunter. The Michael Hunter fight was a very, very nice fight, display of pure talent, but Michael Hunter though could not go but displayed guts and hearts in that fight. I'll leave a link in the description box so you can watch that fight later. Derek Chisora just had 20 amateur fights. He doesn't have much skill. He is a fighter, he is not a boxer. That is, he comes in to put on his power over you. He doesn't come in with any tricks or so much tactics. He wants to use his power to overwhelm you. That is Derek Chisora for you. But with the likes of Usyk, they take time, they break you down round by round and win the fight because they have seen all styles in boxing. With someone who has had over 350 fights, he has seen it all. He will not be overwhelmed. This is his first real test at the heavyweight division. Though he has fought Charles Witherspoon, it wasn't an encouraging performance by Usyk. The fight that was held in Chicago last year, Witherspoon got the fight 5 days to time. I think Terrence Bunch had failed the drug test, so Charles Witherspoon was called in as a quick replacement, and he was able to cope with Usyk's punches, just that he did not have enough stamina to move around, and he caught Usyk 1 or 2 times real good. So Usyk did not look that impressive like he looked with the likes of Michael Hunter. But hey, this is his proper test, facing a legitimate heavyweight, a bigger guy in Derek Chisora. Chisora has always lost fights when he stepped up in opposition. All the 9 times he had lost has been people with world level fighting ability. Dillian White twice, David Hay, the Klitschko, Tyson Fury twice. So these are fights that he has lost, especially when he goes to the next level, he falls. But Usyk always loves the big show. Look at how he destroyed Tony Bellew at the O2 Arena. Fantastic. Everybody thought Tony Bellew was winning the fight. Usyk kept moving in and out. He planted in less, confusing David Hay, moving away from him, giving and also jabbing at the same time, giving Tony a lot of things to think about. So with all these skills, I don't think Derek has the boxing IQ to deal with. Derek will actually come in to brawl, but Usyk with his leg movements can move around. But the problem would be, would he be able to, with the extra weight he's carrying, will he be able to move around like he was doing in the cruiserweight division? Yes, I personally think he can, because Derek is not that tactically disciplined and has that much IQ to cut off the ring and throughout the 12 rounds. That is stepping in just in front of him anytime he steps. When he goes right, he goes right. When he goes left, he goes left. When he moves backwards, he moves forward. So this is cutting off the ring, and I don't think Derek Chisora has that level of IQ to cope with the skill and the finesse of Alexander the Cat Usyk. So I predict a 10th or 11th round KO for Usyk. Yes, I think Usyk will KO Derek Chisora after he has overwhelmed him with his skill. There has been a lot of love shown by both of them with the popular phrase, Derek! Yes, that is how Usyk calls him, Derek! He shouts his name, and with his popular mantra, I am Phil, I am very Phil. I think Alexander Usyk will win the fight in a fantastic form. Now I move to the Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. Wow, a brave move by Leo Santa Cruz. He called for the fight. He has gotten the fight. The fight is on pay-per-view. It is also on DSTV. So please, if you have not paid your subscription, go pay so you can enjoy the fight Sunday dawn. With this fight, I see it going the way of Tank Davis. It will just be like the Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. The bigger guy is younger, he's 25 years, and the older guy is smaller. Leo Santa Cruz is moving up in weight whilst Tank Davis is coming down for weight. Remember, he moved to 135 to face Gamboa, and he's now dropping to 130 to face Leo Santa Cruz. He is a champion in both divisions, holding the WBA title at 130 and having the regular championship at 135. So he has both belts, so he's moving down to defend this one whilst he moves up to challenge Teofimo Lopez for the next one, maybe in the next fight. That is if Teofimo Lopez decides to stay at 135. So Tank Davis has moved his camp from Baltimore to the Mayweather gym, which he is training, and Floyd is supervising him personally, and Floyd will be in his corner on the fight dates. So Floyd does not want his investment to go bad. He's monitoring the guy. Tank is not disciplined enough. That will be the problem, and there's a huge fine he would be paying if he doesn't make weight. If Tank is not disciplined enough, that means he will struggle if the fight goes beyond 8 rounds. He'll be gassing, and there Santa Cruz may take over. But if he's able to make weight healthy, stay in shape, and do all the things right, I think this fight will be it will not be an easy fight for him, but it will be one that will take him to the next level and make him a pay-per-view star. So this is all my take on these two fights. But the good news is that Iron Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., the fight has been announced and the press conference is being held today. The fight will take place on the 28th of November, so about 29 days away, and it will be a fantastic fight. I've seen David Bedujak Vidal is also on the undercards, and I've seen a couple of guys on the undercard. It will be in Las Vegas, so let's see what happens. The Nevada State Athletic Commission will be in charge of that fight. We wish both men all the best. The tail of the tape of both fighters will be on your screen. Never underrate Roy Jones, because he was the pound for pound king in the 90s. Yes, in the 90s, he thought Mike Tyson was in form, right? Roy Jones was the guy. Roy Jones, he even has better knockout than Iron Mike Tyson. A lot of people have underrated Roy, but Roy is a very, very good boxer and can cause Mike Tyson problems. We would get into that fight as time goes on. We will be reviewing their old fights as time goes on. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel. Au revoir. Bye bye.